I'm Qian Jia, and these are my teammates, Hui Lin and Kenan Liu. So we will be talking about the pharmacies managed medications review program, and our supervisor is Mr. Liu. So have you ever accompanied your parents or grandparents to government hospital to get your medication review? If yes, how long have you waited for that? So as for me, I have waited for almost 2 hours to get the review medication for my grandpa. So the long waiting time is actually a concern in government hospital because this will lead to reduced counseling time and further leads to poor compliance issue. And this is the evidence of medication wastage. And how about the people living in rural area? They will need to travel all the way from their place to the government hospital to get their medication reviewed. And this actually happens in Sabah. So to overcome all the issues I've mentioned just now, we propose a pharmacies managed medication review program which needs the collaboration between government hospitals and community pharmacies. And why community pharmacies? Because since now there are already so many community pharmacies out there, and why not we fully utilize them? And we believe that this program will not be a problem if involved in this.
Okay, let me give you more details of our programs. There are so many community pharmacies in Malaysia. Can we have all of them in our programs? The answer is no. This is because we do not want to over-diversify the distribution of the subsidized medication. Otherwise, it will be very complex. First, the community pharmacy that wish to participate will be asked to register under our program. Then the patients will be asked to fill out a survey forms to select which stores to have their medication reviewed. Let's say in Subang area there are 10 participating community pharmacy. Only the top 2 preferred outlets will be chosen for our programs. Now it comes to the flow of the stock. Suppose there are 5,000 units of medication will be distributed to the government hospital, but with our program in place, 3,000 units of medication will go to the government hospital. The remaining 2,000 units of medication will go to the participating community pharmacy. In order to implement our programs, we need to implement a new server so that the patient's specified medical information can be made available to the participating community pharmacy directly. And also we need these servers to help to record the flow of the stock. Of course, we need an IT teams to help us to maintain the new server.
So what's so special about our program? So firstly, what I want to highlight is the waiting times for the patient will be reduced. And secondly, this program will enable the patients to know their medication more in details, and this will increase their medication adherence. And most importantly, the patients can get the medication at the same price as it is in the government hospital. And also, the pharmacists will have more room to utilize their medication expertise. Well, for our program, we are only targeting those patients with chronic diseases such as heart disease and diabetes, which require a regular medication review. We have actually validated our program by getting feedback from 100 patients with chronic diseases that need medication review in the government hospital. And most of them tell us that if this program is really on, then they will actually save many times and they do not need to wait so much, and it's very convenient for them to get medication at community pharmacy. We plan to introduce this program to the public by utilizing the media such as Facebook, newspapers and others. Of course, we can distribute brochures to them also. Well, we believe that our program will be a very good business model because both the community pharmacies and government can benefit from it. For government, as the selected community pharmacies need to pay an annual fee of 2,000 ringgit. So, let's say if there are 500 outlets that participate, the amount generated will be 1 million ringgit per year. And government can use this money to subsidize more medicine, maintain server, or even pay salaries for IT team.
just willing to give that extra 1 minute.
And also for the community pharmacies, as more patients will go into their shop to get the subsidized medications, this will generate a higher flow of customers to their shop. We believe that this will be a win-win situation for both the government and also community pharmacies. We plan to implement our program first in the Kuala Lumpur area and Selangor area first, and we will gather all the responses and the feedbacks from the public and also pharmacies, and then we will expand this program throughout the Malaysia. These are our references, and we will thank Mr. Liu for mentoring us. Thank you.
I think if you are targeting the private sector, okay, like this is like an overflowing of refill prescriptions to the CPs. Actually, this is talking terms with government actually right now. Maybe Mr. Liu got the hint from there. Okay, but I don't think it's quite fair to charge CPs, for this, because we're actually helping the government to reduce their backlog and waiting time. So we're actually doing them a favor. So by right, it should be increased the risk. Not chargeable.
But then if they allow it to fulfill the policy, then the pharmacy will get extra business or not?
No, only if it depends. Who is going to pay for the medication? Who is paying for the medication?
Yes,
Tax insurance.
That's why I need to know the reimbursement thing or self-paying.
the participating community pharmacy will get their subsidized medication from the government.
By how much?
Depends on the numbers of the patients.
Because we will do survey when they initially register in this program. Let's say if they still want to take the medication at hospital, then they can do it. And because we will ask them which two, because we are targeting for 3 pharmacies, they can choose the top 3 pharmacies of which one they would want to go to take their refill medications instead of government hospital.
I tell you what, this idea will only work very well if you have healthcare insurance, whereby, all right, price all are fixed, contracted, all right, so they get the pharmacies, they pay by the third-party insurance. But otherwise, you could have a problem. All the government could be those that they don't stock up the products they don't have. They say to go to the pharmacy, and that is where you find again the paying part. Those part the government don't stock the product. Okay, so you get your refill or the habit. They ask you to go there, but still you have a problem of paying for who pay the difference. What sort of price you expect the community pharmacy to charge? All right, so I think your challenge is the price of the product. How much are you to charge the patient? At what sort of prices? Because if you go and buy from pharmacy outright, it's more expensive than government. So if you ask me now, I'm a government patient, I go to the public government hospital, I know about your pharmacy, I say I want back the price that the government charge me. He said, no, cannot, because why? No. See, how to handle stuff? If you understand what I'm saying, so how do you overcome this? Of course, you have to make an assumption if you want to say you overcome this.
Because what we think is, in our opinion, the government, because they go to government, they will get the medication at a cheaper price because government subsidize them, right? And now we want the subsidized medication, the government subsidize it, but just that, let's say initially there are 5,000 units of medication in the hospital, and all the patients have to go to the hospital to take on it, and this will cause a long waiting time. So now what we want to do is, instead of the 5,000 only go to government hospital, we take out 2,000 or let's say we take 2,000 from unit of medication and we transfer it to the community pharmacies.
So that means community pharmacies don't need to pay for the medication.
No need, but they get it, and we propose to ask them to pay annual fees.
Everything is
It's basically you are helping government to reduce their workload. So by right, government need to pay
Yes.
additional fee to maintain the logistic cost. And because it's a profit, when you dispense, it becomes you have to pay tax. So if you don't collect anything, doesn't make anything. You have to. It's a minus. It's not a business.
The benefits for although the participating community pharmacies cannot get incomes from the subsidized medications, but after we, in my opinion, after we launch our programs, the number of customers visit the participating community pharmacy will be increased. Increased customer means increased sales. That's the benefits of the participating community pharmacy. And the annual fees we propose here is not very high, only 2,000 divided by 12. 1 month only costs 100 ringgit. I believe all of the community pharmacy will be able to afford this fee.
Okay, I'll throw you a question. MPS membership is 2,000 ringgit. How many become life member?
I mean, that's not so much of the point. But the thing is, even if you drive the traffic to the private community pharmacy and you want to charge them, I mean, there's a lot of hidden costs, hidden operational costs that is not seen. Okay, need to employ extra staff. Okay, have you ever thought about that? Okay, so these are additional costs. And why should I even pay the government for this extra amount of work, whereby I don't even see any profit if, especially my patient that comes in from the government does not buy other stuff from me, because they're so used to everything is free. Oh, I come in and then I have to pay. You know, that's a culture shock to them. Payment culture shock to them. So you have to think about all these things. But I mean, you identified the problem.